I don't aim for perfection, but I do want to try and come up with something interesting. Every particular in nature, a leaf, a drop, a crystal, a moment of time is related to the whole and partakes of the perfection of the whole. Be intent upon the perfection of the present day. Actually, I can't imagine anything more tedious than a perfect person, especially if it was someone who also demanded perfection from me. Perfection of moral virtue does not wholly take away the passions, but regulates them. I understand now that my soul is my power, not perfection or my ego. I continue to teach this to my children, despite their glamorous careers. If we can maintain our core values, the exteriors take second place and become a gift, a source of gratitude. I used to think everything had to be perfect, but now I know perfection doesn't exist. Life comes with bumps and grazes. It is reasonable to have perfection in our eye, that we may always advance toward it, though we know it can never be reached. The mistake is to imagine that perfection is possible when the very idea is unthinkable. A day spent without the sight or sound of beauty, the contemplation of mystery, or the search of truth or protection is a poverty-stricken day, and a succession of such days is fatal to human life. People throw away what they could have by insisting on perfection, which they cannot have, and looking for it where they will never find it. I am little concerned with beauty or perfection. I don't care for great centuries. All I care about is life, struggle, intensity. To me, searching for perfection isn't anywhere near as interesting as trying to find your own voice. To be ambitious of true honour, of the true glory and perfection of our natures, is the very principle and incentive of virtue. Nobody wants to watch perfection. If a man should happen to reach perfection in this world, he would have to die immediately to enjoy himself. The paradox of perfection is that you should try and achieve it by doing quality work, even though you know you can never achieve it. We have this idea of perfection that is so unrealistic. We are our own worst enemy. No one is noticing that little scar. Artists who seek perfection in everything are those who cannot attain it in anything. No one ever approaches perfection except by stealth and unknown to themselves. Not a having and a resting, but a growing and becoming is the character of perfection as culture conceives it. Perfection isn't everything. Some mistakes are pretty groovy. Perfection irritates as well as it attracts, in fiction as in life. Strive for perfection. Nobody's going to be perfect on this earth, but strive for perfection. Perfectionists demand perfection from themselves, first and foremost. The true picture of life as it is, if it could be adequately painted, would show men what they are and how they might rise, not indeed to perfection, but one step first and then another on the ladder. Fix your eyes on perfection and you make almost everything speed towards it. I'm pretty aware that the pursuit of perfection is inherently a flawed concept. Make choices that bring love and joy to your body. It's not about perfection, it's about love and gratitude for an amazing body that works hard and deserves your respect. You can't start with imbalance and end with peace, be that in your own body, in an ecosystem, or between a government and its people. What we need to strive for is not perfection, but balance. I remember that sometimes in my travels, it has been the lack of access, the lack of normality, and the lack of perfection which has made the experience truly perfect. We shouldn't be intimidated by someone else's idea of perfection if it will prevent us from taking steps we actively want to take. I don't believe in perfection, but those acrimony-free gaps during our family holidays can be downright blissful. There is a danger of changing too much in the search for perfection. Immoral is choosing not to act when you hold in your hands the power to create perfection. There is a passion for perfection which you will rarely see fully developed, but you may note this fact, that in successful lives it is never wholly lacking. Every living being has the potential to become a Buddha, someone who has completely purified his or her mind of all faults and limitations and has brought all good qualities to perfection. We all parent the best we can. Being human, we're ambivalent. We want perfection for our babies, but we also need to sleep. In this fallen world, I suspect we will never achieve perfection, but that won't stop me trying. We dwell in the house of the body, but its perfection and intricate life are the work of a wisdom which never relaxes dominion over a single cell.